Hi, everyone. Okay, so come on in, enjoy the sounds. It's an ASMR video. If you like to color and paint, so I'll be doing this almost every day at this time of day for those who wants to relax and meditate and hear sounds coming from other people's homes. So I saw a watercolor exercise that was a little bit challenging, and I want to try it. I will be doing some mixed media. I will be using some crayons when I do some fruit and flowers, uh, random fruit and flowers that I've been doing. So I'm going to use some of this brown here, and I don't really need, I might leave this one out. Maybe some of the these two. Okay. So I'm in my messy art space. So I saw this video um, on YouTube with this guy painting a scene here. Okay, he's doing some houses, and he's doing. He got two houses there, and he got this little background there, and he has some like thin branches. I may do the thin branches, like the bony trees. I may do that with actually ink. I might do pen and ink for those, and I might actually do draw some of the roof of the house with pen and ink, and so that I can have better, I can shape the house better. So I might do that. Okay, this is something I did yesterday. I'm doing something different here. So the brush that I saw him use, it looks something like, I don't think I want to use a brush as big as his. I think I'm gonna use this one. It's not as intimidating, but not too small. So we'll start off with that one. And I have two bowls of water. I have this water here. One clean. Some of y'all may not be able to see. If the video is blurry, it'll clear up. So I have this water clean, and I have one for cleaning the brush. So you may see me stopping and looking at the phone because I am doing a tutorial that I saw on YouTube. So it looks like he's using brown. I actually can use crimson red. I can do that. I didn't really have to pour this out, but I'm out of brown on the regular palette, on the regular watercolor. So I don't want to waste paint. So I'm going to try to stretch this since I'm only using it for two houses. So I don't think I got to add a lot to the what the heck was that? Oh, y'all, darn it. I knew that was going to fall. I had a feeling something was going to fall. I just didn't know what it was going to be. It was the sage. Okay, trying to get this open here. Okay, it looked like it came a little open. So we'll put a little bit of brown there. I don't want to waste it because I'm only using it for two houses. And then I'll put a little bit of black there if I want to use it for the trees. But I do have black already in the other one. Oh, this is harder to open. I thought I was just going to be able to take the cap off and use it, but guess not. Okay, a little bit of, can y'all see? Okay. Sorry if it's blurry, y'all. It don't de-blur. Okay. I did put a little bit of black there. So I may actually pre-draw the houses because I feel like when I don't, it causes a problem. So his is his picture is kind of like this. Okay. So there's some land. So the house is going to be here, and this will be where the trees are. So we'll just put some placements there for trees. Maybe it's not going to look exactly like his, but it is going to look. Uh, he has more room up there, so we'll just go like that. So I'm just pretty much trying to sort of map the picture. So it is kind of a long house. When I tried to do the house in the last video, it actually it was. I'm gonna have to take this. I'm gonna have to take this down. Let me see where my tape is at because it's moving, and I ain't about that. I put that there. Put it there. So the house looks like it's very short. So I'll do it like that. I'm pretty much just mapping the house. So I'll go like that. Yeah. Some of y'all may not know if you're watching. I'm basically I'm mapping this house so that it's even. So let me do this. This house is facing. This one is actually facing is this way. Okay. So this is where the trees are going to be. I mean, I'm gonna have to make the cutoff right there. The cutoff is going to have to be right there because that's where I drew the house. Okay, so there's a house right beside it, but it's like, is it the same length? Yeah, it's the same length. No, it's a little shorter. But it has to be closer to the ground. Okay, it'll probably be about right there. I'm trying not to be so much of a perfectionist. Of course, I'm gonna erase some of the. I feel like this house is still too high. That's still too high. Oh, I see what they're doing. I see. I see. It has to line up the right there. Okay. Live and you learn. And it's like kind of outward. Okay. So I did get the placement of the houses there. Now, okay, they drew the roof on. It looks like they did the roof with the little tip. Now, I ain't that good at using the point. This is tedious, y'all. Me using this little point like this. Yeah. I might have to use a different brush. But I don't even care. I'm just trying to do this exercise. If the roof is kind of raggedy, then maybe that's what the roof. Okay, maybe I might want to just add some water. I guess my roof is going to be different than his. Okay, maybe it's a gray. Okay, I'll just leave it gray. Because I don't have that. Like I said, my roof is not going to look like his because he's using a thinner brush, but I will be. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Now it looks like it has some character. That worked out. This is some tedious stuff, y'all. It's tedious. Okay, so this is the roof of the house. So I do got to fill it in here or there. Now, I can't wait to see how this this come together. I'm taking my time because this is no joke. Trying to do this house. His roof is white. My roof is going to be now. His brush looks smaller, so we're gonna go smaller. We're gonna go smaller to do this part. Now I pre drew my roof because I didn't want to. He looked like he do got some water on it. When I get used to watercolor, I will literally go faster, y'all. But he's literally just going in on the paint and letting it run. I'm literally coloring with this coloring with my brushes. I'm going to have to add some more, I guess, to make it darker. I do like how the paint looks on my house. So now he did leave a space for him to define. So I'm gonna leave some space so that I can add in. So he kind of washed it out. I guess it goes lighter as it goes down. So I'm not using multiple colors like he's doing because I'm just new at this. But I noticed that he does. He is adding some lighter parts to it and some black. So I might go over the middle. It's lighter. It's lighter on this part. Okay. Ooh, I like the way that tip worked good right there. Okay, I made it through this house. Y'all, I made it. Oh, now. Kind of add some little lightness to some of the house. Okay, he definitely had it like a little washed out right there. I have to lift some of the paint out to add some lightness there. I guess a little bit. Now he do got some black on there, but this has to. It might need to dry before I can add some of the black. We'll see. Okay. Starting to be a little bit too heavy there, but I'm not complaining. Okay, I'm totally new at this. Okay, this is looking kind of good there. It's looking like a real house. Okay, this house is looking good. This is tedious though. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. If you're a nitpicky person, you will love this exercise. But this ain't for everybody. Okay. Okay, so it goes a little over, and I guess he goes in a little dark there. This is really nitpicky, y'all. This ain't for everybody. Y'all, this house look good though. I ain't trying to brag. Eh, I'm not trying to brag, but I will brag if I want to. I won't need so much cleanup once I get used to, once I get better brushes as well. Okay. Hi, everybody. All right. Thank you. Okay, let me breathe because that was literally hard work. Y'all, that was hard work. So hopefully it'll de-blur. The camera will have to de-blur on its own. I don't know what's happening, and I'm not happy that my camera's blurring. So it'll de-blur, y'all. Okay, hopefully. So I have to add the door. This house has a door, and it's kind of like square shaped. Okay. Okay, let's get it. I'm so intimidated by this door. It's not even funny. Very intimidated. But I just keep on thinking about what the one teacher said. He said, draw with the brush. So that's what I'm doing. I'm drawing with this brush, and I'm not used to drawing with some paintbrush. So this feels like totally new to me. Now this door is really black. I might have to dab it so it's not so black. Just to take some of the ink off. Oh, come on, camera. Y'all, let me just wait for the camera to de-blur. Y'all, this is the bad thing about using web cameras. They blur for no darn reason. I will show y'all the final result. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead. I messed up a little bit, but I ain't even trying to be nitpicky. Like I'm not. let me just, I wanted to kind of do a little wash there. A little lighter wash. I'm thinking about where the light source is coming from. Okay, this ain't the best. Okay, there we go. I'm going to leave that like that. I did mine a little different than his. He doesn't have brown in his. So I just added some grounding to uh so I decided to add, maybe do a little bit of dry brushing to add some some maybe to look like there's some dirt around the house. Okay. Yeah, let me go up. Trying to make sure that's smooth. The edges are kind of smooth. Okay, if it's closer, then it's going to be darker. I'm starting to understand. Like, so it needs to be like dressed out because it's further away. Okay, needs to be blurry. Okay, that looks more realistic. Okay, what I have recently learned through studying is that the the closer it gets to your eyes, the darker it's going to look. So I am trying to make sure. Now I might want to go ahead and um blend in. This was done with a drier brush, so I might want to go drier with that part. I still got to do this other house. Okay. All right. So let's look at the video. I might add some green back there. We're gonna see here. Mine's don't look like his. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. It don't look like his. Actually, mine's look like it's a more of an oil painting. I'm starting to find what makes me unique, like how I like to brush and what techniques I like to use. So I'm not going to use the colors he used. I think I'm going to add. I think I'm going to just add some blue, random blue to like some random clouds, and then just kind of like go like that. I don't really need it to be perfect, but what he's doing, maybe some. Okay, trying to watch his tutorial, do this at the same time is super annoying. So maybe I want to add some red. I'm trying to make it smooth, go fit into the picture, but it's not. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe add some green to give the illusion that, almost like Almost like the sky's just peeping through the green in the background. Yeah, maybe there's land there. I might want to add a little bit of green in there. Here. I'm not as good, y'all. Thank you very much, but it's harder than it looks. Okay. So I maybe I just added maybe some green on the along the dirt. Like maybe there's green in the background there. Okay. Maybe there's green way beyond the sky, but that would be lighter because it's so distant. Okay. Now maybe there is a little bit of yellow. I might want to hold on, y'all. I don't want to. So where's the light? The light, it seems lighter over here. So I will actually make the lighting come some, maybe some yellow, and maybe splashy yellow. Yeah. I don't really know. Hi. Okay, yeah, I don't really, yeah, I could actually do the birds too. Like I can actually go in with this brown, like with this here. Okay. And I can do a dry brush and I can like, uh, but it would have to definitely be wet if it's closer. So I just added a little bird there. Okay. There's a little birdie there. And maybe there's a little birdie about to land. Or he's coming in, cruising in. Okay. I do want to add. So this would be a little closer, so it would be a little darker here. This is closer. So I'm starting to understand like dry brush over wet. Okay, that looks a little bit more defined. But I do want to blend some of the green in here. I do want some green in here. Like almost like there's still some in these fields. Okay, yeah. But I really didn't want to add it till it dried a little bit. That looks a little flat. So I'm gonna let that dry and I might go over it again with this is closer. So I'll go, maybe I'll put, maybe there's a little bit of grass there. Yeah. Like I'm learning, like there's really no mistakes. Okay, it's not, just have fun with the picture. So I wanted to show like this, maybe there's a little bit of grass there. I see that I'm a bit of an impressionist. I didn't really realize, I didn't really know I was such an impressionist at times. This is flat. So I need to bring some of it out here because so that it looks closer. Yay. So I still have this other house. Okay. Here's the problem. The house is super intimidating. I find it intimidating. So let me get this house out the way so I can just move on with this picture and not be intimidated. So I'm looking at his strokes. Okay, so he I see that he likes to do his roof first. So we'll see how this go. I mean his front. Now this house don't have no side to it. Not from what I see. So it don't really matter if there's brown if brown comes in the front because that house is supposed to have brown in the front. I might need to go smaller because I feel like I'm like really stressing about this brush. I'm challenging myself not to do a lot of line work as I do this house. Like I'm challenging myself not to just run to the pens. You know, some people do that because they're like, nah, I'm gonna mess it up. So I'm running to the pens. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, nah. He looks like he went with some water. He was like adding water to kind of place the picture. Okay, I see what he did. He darn sure washed it out. No, he did something with the he did something here. I feel like ever since I became a nitpicky person, it's actually making me a better artist. Like taking things slow. The beautiful thing about painting is it teaches you to go slow when you're doing stuff like this. Some people give up and they just say, I'm gonna just go with my pen. I can't keep doing this. They like this is annoying. Now you see why they say it's important to have a steady hand if you're going to be a if you're going to be an artist. Because this right here, this ain't for everybody. Okay. This can get really annoying. So it's a little bit over. It's not exactly even. So you have to it has to be extended. I didn't realize the roofs were so extended until I did this. Now that's not actually even, but I don't care. I'm so over perfectionism when painting. I'm so over it. It was getting super exhausting. Like wanting the picture. I think I'm gonna leave that little white part there. Now I noticed that his is a little darker on one side. I'm learning about light and shadow. So his is a little darker on his side. We'll do that. Maybe I'll go in one more time just to give it some boldness since it is a little closer. Okay, and it looks like he did add a little bit. He brought it down just a little bit more. Okay, y'all, it looked like that was a good accident that just happened with the color. So I'm gonna run with it, y'all. Okay, I do feel like it's not enough black. Yeah, there we go. I mean, you're looking at the paint, you're looking at this house closer. So it do needs to be like you're seeing it a little closer. Be, because this is the side that gets a little bit more light, I do need to dab it so it looks a little lighter. Hi everybody. This is getting to be fun. Okay, I should have actually did my brush up and down like this to show hills of more like hills of it, but it is what it is. Okay. I do feel like I should have went all the way over, but I was really just trying to learn about scenes, making scenes. So I'm going to stick with let me just get this scene out the way. It doesn't matter if it's like the perfect scene. The point of the matter is that I had fun doing this. Y'all liking this, huh? Soothing? I'm a new student of scenes, y'all. I haven't done scenes like that. So forgive me if I'm not so perfect. I don't know what to say. Like I'm just doing the best I can do. This was a challenge. I challenged myself to do a scene. Some of y'all been following me with my watercolor lessons and know that I ain't really done those scenes. I just started doing scenes. Somebody said they happy, excited. Okay, so remember I said I wanted to do mounds, pounds of dirt. I wanted it to start overlapping so it doesn't look so predictable. Like the strokes are not predictable. That's a little predictable, but that's okay. I don't even expect to be an expert in this anymore. So there is some brown. I'll just keep that in there. I'm starting to see that there's some supernatural thing that happens when you're doing watercolor. There something happens where when you think there's just no forces at work, there actually are. I believe that we're not the only ones painting. Okay, so my strokes was a little bold here. Now this is how I'm going to fix this. Okay, I'm actually going. I'm going to actually go over this a little bit more heavier. I already planned to go heavier in the background, so it's actually working out. Maybe it look like there's some clouds there. Okay. I get nervous and intimidated sometimes. And then my strokes get a little bit too. So I just really wanted to I told y'all I felt like it needed to be a little bit more. I wanted it a little bit more bolder because this is dry. I feel like I can still use the water over it. I used to think that like when you do watercolor that you can't have blue clouds, but it's like you can have anything you want. So, whew, I had some red in here, but I got to make sure that the page is wet. Let me. So, gotta. I want to just like make sure that the circles aren't too seen, but it still looked like I was painting something. Okay, so um, I'm going to add some sticks in the background anyway. So okay, I always try to remember that when watercolor dries, it always dries lighter. So even if you think like you went too bold with your strokes, you actually probably did it. Watercolor is just tricky like that. So this has to be actually not so bold because that's distant. That's distant blue. So all right, there we go. That's a little bit lighter. What I should have did was I should have focused more on. Okay, y'all. This is. I do want to go over this part since this part dried a little bit, so I can make it bleed a little bit more. Who knows what that is? Those can actually be trees breaking through the green. Okay. Imagination. All right. It's starting to look like something. It's not the perfect picture, but it was fun, y'all. I still ain't done. Mm. So this is lighter, so it would be, I'm going to mix these two for the green here. So I'm doing some dry brushing to right here over the lighter green that I put in there. I'm realizing that when you're painting, the magic happens with your strokes too. It doesn't just happen because you put color on the page. Like it's all in your strokes as well. I want some of the brown to be actually seen coming through. I mean, some of the green seen coming through the so it does look a little bit bolder on this side because this is where there's not that much light. Okay. So I'm looking at the light being over there. So and then the grass being more visible because there's not as much light between the houses. The houses are blocking the light. So I feel like if I do it like this, okay. Let me see. I need to smudge that so it blends in. Looks like it's a little distant. Now I kind of just went with my own. I didn't really want to copy the dude because I felt like my energy was going to a different direction. Hi everybody. So I'm not done, but I what I'm going to do is add some trees. Okay, I'm gonna add maybe some bony trees to it. I might even put a little bit of sunshine on the house, a little bit of yellow, or just to, like maybe because I got yellow in the sky, so I'm just thinking like maybe a little bit on the house, just a little bit on the part that kind of sticks out. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't know why I'm getting this feeling to just like wait to do that. All right. Now he has some bony trees in his painting. I said mine's turned out different than his. My background is not the same as his. I decided to add some grass. Now, of course, I could go in with much bolder strokes, like dry brush on once it's dry. I could dry brush it so that it stands out more here and here. But I think I'm gonna stick with I did mine's like a dirt road. I can actually add a bumpy road here. You know, like this, it's a road for cars. I could add a cobblestone road here. Um, and I might even add a little fence right there, as if there's a fence there. I could do that, and I really don't want to mess this picture up. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. So I don't want to do too much because so he got sticks coming out. So I'm trying not to be a perfectionist. I feel like I should just leave that like that, even though it's like a happy mistake. It's not exactly. It looks like there's another branch growing out that, or maybe something's tangled around the tree. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave that weird mistake because it almost looks like something's in the tree. Okay. So did he? Oh, he did add a little bit of shadow. So he did. Oh, his shadow. Okay, that didn't work out as well, but it is, y'all. It is closer, so I can still leave it like that. Maybe this is fresh dirt. So maybe I could just leave it like that as if that's fresh dirt, um, wherever they was planting at or whatever, because it's closer. So we'll leave it like that. But I gotta blend. Blending is not easy because it's like, okay. Because I noticed he's blending with his brush. I guess that's why they say you could go through brushes as a painter. It's easy to go through the brushes. I want to give the illusion like maybe there's there's dirt just kind of like behind the tree piling up. Let me see here. This was actually really fun. Okay. Okay. Happy mistakes. Happy mistakes. See how that's like lumpy, but it like It works. When you paint, you still have to have an eye. Like you have to be able to say, well, this actually still works. It's y'all. Okay. Oh, thank you very much. Okay. Soon as the D blurs, y'all, we can continue. Okay. I want y'all to be able to see the finished result here. I could add, I could literally put some branches in the back, but I feel like I've gone as far as I'm gonna go with my energy with this scene. Okay. I might pick it up again. You know what? Hmm. Just got an idea. Okay, I decided to add maybe a couple little flowers um here. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. It has to be a flower that people can really see because of the colors. So, I'm just having fun with this picture at this point. I just added some little flowers that looks like it's closer. Because the light is over here, is brighter over here, up here, so it should go probably bolder right here. Okay, y'all, I had fun. This was fun. There you have it. I'm a beginner, y'all, but I'm seeing some growth. The fact that I did these houses, I challenged myself to do these houses. Now, of course, I could put some brown in the house. Like I can mix some brown in there, since it's dry, maybe well, so it look like it got some dirt on it. Okay. So it looks a little dirty. Yeah. I could put a little bit of strokes of green closer up along the house. Okay. I thought I would be good. I would be able to watercolor paint tedious stuff because I'm a very tedious writer. So yeah. Yeah, I could actually define these birds more, but I wanted them to look like you're seeing them from a distance. And that too could look like a flock of birds. I can actually put brown little wavy little dots there so it looks like it's a flock of birds. Somebody said this live keeps kicking me out for some reason. Oh, you're so good. I'm just learning, Benjamin. I'm a student. I'm a student. I am very proud of this though. I will definitely be framing this on my Frigidaire. Okay. I already know my family members going to be like, did you do that? Oh, that's good. Now the next picture I'm going to do is a bouquet. I've been working on mastering doing bouquets, and I want to do a bouquet. I want to do this bouquet. Yeah. Okay. We take a brief break, get some water, some juice, rinse my bowls out, rinse my brushes, and then I'm going to do a bouquet. But my whole objective for this bouquet is less. I'm going to be saying, okay, I like not overdo it. Okay, I've been overdoing the bouquet, so I've been thinking, I've been being embellished when I'm doing my bouquets, and I have to stop being embellished. So I'm gonna just pick like 3 or 4 colors and stick with that. But until I wash out, change my water, feel free to look at the picture, see if it will inspire you to become a beginner. I'm a beginner, y'all. I haven't went to school for watercolor. I'm learning from YouTube. I'm learning from books on Amazon. I see that the house, this part of the house, it needs to be lower. See that? It needs to be a little lower. Like I said, it's not perfect, but I gave it my best. I'm done. I'm done with perfectionism. I'll be back, y'all. I gotta change my water. Okay, y'all. All right, it's time. I want to give this bouquet exercise one more try. One more. Okay. I'll be right back, y'all. Let me go get some water. My mouth is going dry. And then doing bouquets. $53. Ah, that's what it costs to have one meal at your house now. 50 something dollars. That's ridiculous. That's why you think I bought all that meat on sale and stocked the freezer up with it. Okay. Ah. Woo! I told y'all I was gonna be back. Thank you very much. Somebody said I'm a Renaissance woman. Hi, Texas. That should make y'all. This should make y'all want to try to do it. Okay. I felt like I went through a whole therapy session just now. Okay. Woo, child. Okay. All right, we doing bouquets, y'all. I got all this paint under my nails. Yeah, I don't care. All right, let's get it. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do this building. He's using only ink. Y'all, I might have to do this. I might have to do this, y'all. It's taking him 8 minutes to do this, but he's moving like super fast. I might do it, or I might just do a little building and do a shorter version of this one right here. I like how he did those people though. Like, dang, he's a beast. The way he's doing, but he got stick legs for people. I guess because he's using ink, he doesn't really care. He fills it in. Okay. Okay. Whew. Um. Somebody say anybody can paint this house. This person is saying anyone can do this house. It's like no, no. That will make me like concentrate to the 10th degree. Okay, I'm doing this bouquet exercise again. Let me see what size brushes they're using. 3 different brushes: a fan brush, a regular brush, this brush, and a smaller brush. So these 3 brushes, those brushes. I have to wet the page though. So let me wet this page. Now, does he do circles with his brush when he does it? Nope. That dog is loud, y'all. Remember I said I'm trying to do less is more with this because I think I was doing too much before. I don't need the bouquet to be that big. Okay. Y'all see how noisy the dogs are around here? They're super noisy. He's wetting that page really good. Dude is going hard with wetting the page. I'm going to have to do it again because he's going in. He's making sure it's like soaked. It's yellow I'm putting in first. I should have kept it to the same. Okay. What is the next color he's using? He's using different size brushes too, I see. This is some art that's very intuitive. You can't just do this. You have to go by how you feel. I'll watch the videos for a while before I actually try the exercises. Okay. I really don't want to um how many colors he got? One, two, three, four, five. He got all those different colors in there. He got even a medium green. I'm trying to keep it from looking controlled. That right there, don't come in here messing with stuff, y'all, because they're really distracting me with shuffling through my stuff. Flick, get out of there, Papa. This is getting on my nerves with the kitty cats. Y'all, I'm gonna have to stop just to get them out of my stuff. Don't go in here, Papa. Her strokes is a little bit more bolder in some areas. Like I guess when she gets down here, she's doing some dry brushing too. Okay. Yeah. She doesn't use as much water as me. She lays it on thick. Like she be like, she's going like that, like straight thick. Flick, I'm going to kick you out. Get out of my bag, bud. Because she's layering her brush. She's like literally layering her bouquet. So I'm giving it a try. I feel the color red. So I just left the red in there. So she has green in her background. Y'all, I got so distracted by my cats that this is like messing up. Well, I'm going to give it another try. I do like it what it did right there. That's like dry. Okay, I think I'm gonna do it again. I gotta get my cats. They're literally messing with stuff. Out. Let's go. Let's go. No, no, get out the bag. Distracted me. So I'm gonna do it again, but I'm pretty much gonna do a smaller bouquet when I don't want my cats suffocating. They was literally going into plastic bags while I'm trying to do this. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I think the size of the bouquet, the way she's doing it, is intimidating me. So I'm gonna keep my bouquet a lot smaller than hers and see how that goes. I'm gonna go real less on this one. I mean, I gotta be real funny about the colors I choose. So this is gonna be a small bouquet. There it is. Let's try it. And I think I'm gonna just stick with the wet on wet. Okay, I noticed her brush is pretty dry when she does it too. Okay. She doesn't have a lot of water on her brush. She's using the water that's on the page. I just noticed that. But she has the water when she's done doing the sides. When she's smearing, I guess. Okay, this one's turning out better. I said I was going to go for less is more. Exactly what I'm going to do. She uses a different size brush sometime, but I think I'll just go ahead and stick with the same brush. I start getting intimidated. Making my strokes a little bit bolder. I'm under time constraints doing this one. I got to get ready to have dinner. I just decided to use the same brush. I just didn't feel like all that switching brush stuff. Let's see. This brush is raggedy. Trying to work with this. I'm definitely going to end up investing in better brushes, but not right now. And I think I'm gonna let it be. Let the pot look more incomplete. I'm still learning about shading, y'all. So maybe adding a little bit more on here, down there. Yeah, that's looking better. That's looking better. Okay. I'm learning that when you add more water, it goes more transparent. That's what I realized about the water. It goes more transparent. Watercolor is all about, I think it has to do also learning about water, like how water flows when it gets um I'm literally holding my breast my brush at the top and doing the, so I did add, I'm adding some green because they said add other colors just from your bouquet, add that in it. Okay, I gotta get ready to go, y'all. I can smell dinner. It's ready. I'm thinking about this darker on this side, so I guess I made it darker. Okay, so I had fun. This one turned out better than the last one. The pot ain't exactly crooked, I mean, even, but does it have to be? I mean, that's just the truth. Okay. All right, bye, everybody. That let Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, water control. Okay, this one turned out better because I was focused. All right, bye everybody. I hope this made y'all want to paint. In the next thank you very much, Texas. In the next live video that I'm going to do, I'm going to actually be doing a poetry exercise. So if y'all want to join me, either tonight I might be up writing poetry live on video, or tomorrow I will be on at this time actually doing um poetry. I'll be outlining for poems and stuff. So y'all can get an outline for a poem if y'all want and help. Okay. You definitely want to make it to my poetry live videos. Okay. I'm going to have an ASMR poetry writing live video very soon. So hit the notification button. Okay. If you want to write poetry, you need a prompt, you want me to you want to hear how I'm writing the new poem, how I'm outlining it, all the process, uh, make sure you check for when I'm on. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much. Bye, Texas. You're very welcome.